Wow. I'm going to start tonight with Proverbs 2, and then Ecclesiasticus 1. So here's Proverbs 2. And then we'll read Jasher 83. And just for a bonus, Matthew. We'll start and read one chapter where we left off last time. So this is Proverbs 2. And shalom to everybody that listens here. And I hope it's a blessing to you. I hope you have ears to hear and eyes to see what the Spirit is saying in His Word. My son, if you will receive my words and hide my commandments with you, so that you incline your ear unto wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yea, if you cry after knowledge and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as hidden treasures, then shall you understand the fear of Yahuwah and find the knowledge of Elohim. For Yahuwah gives wisdom, out of his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He lays up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keeps the paths of judgments and guards the way of his Hasid. Then shall you understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. When wisdom enters into your heart and knowledge is pleasant unto your soul, discretion shall guard you. Understanding shall keep you, to deliver you from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaks froward things, who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and they froward in their paths, to deliver you from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flatters with her words, which forsakes the guide of her youth and forgets the covenant of her Elohim. For her house inclines unto death, and her paths unto the Rephaim. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that you may walk in the way of good men and guard the paths of the righteous. For the Yasharim, the upright, shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. It is so, Yahuwah. We honor your word tonight. Ecclesiasticus 1. All wisdom comes from Yahuwah and is with him forever. Who can number the sand of the sea and the drops of rain and the days of eternity? Who can find out the height of the heaven and the breadth of the earth and the deep and wisdom? Wisdom has been created before all things, and the understanding of prudence from everlasting. The word of El Elyon is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. To whom has the root of wisdom been revealed? Or who has known her wise counsels? Unto whom has the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest? And who has understood her great experience? There is one wise and greatly to be feared, Yahuwah, sitting upon his throne. He created her, and saw her, and numbered her, and poured her out upon all his works. She is with all flesh according to his gift, and he has given her to them that love him. The fear of Yahuwah is honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of Yahuwah makes a merry heart and gives joy and gladness and a long life. Whoso fears Yahuwah, it shall go well with them at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death. To fear Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. She has built an everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with their seed. To fear Yahuwah is fullness of wisdom, and fills men with her fruits. She fills all their house with things desirable, and the garners with her increase. The fear of Yahuwah is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of Elohim, and it enlarges the rejoicing that love him. Wisdom rains down skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalts them to honor that hold her fast. The root of wisdom is to fear Yahuwah, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of Yahuwah drives away sins, and where it is present, it turns away wrath. A furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction. A patient man will tear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up unto him. He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many shall declare his wisdom. The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom, but the fear of Elohim is abominable to a sinner. If you desire wisdom, guard the commandments, and Yahuwah shall give her unto you. For the fear of Yahuwah is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight. Distrust not the fear of Yahuwah when you are poor, and come not unto him with a double heart. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what you speak. Exalt not yourself, lest you fail, and bring dishonor upon your soul. And so Elohim discover your secrets, and cast you down in the midst of the assembly, because you came not in truth to the fear of Yahuwah, but your heart is full of deceit. It is so, Yahuwah. He who has ears, let him hear. Jasher 83. And in the 12th month, and the 23rd day of the month, Moshe took Aaron and his sons, and he dressed them in their garments, and anointed them, and did unto them as Yahuwah had commanded him. And Moshe brought up all the offerings which Yahuwah had on that day commanded him. Moshe afterward took Aaron and his sons, and said to them, For 7 days shall you remain at the door of the tabernacle, for thus am I commanded. And Aaron and his sons did all that Yahuwah had commanded them through Moshe, and they remained for 7 days at the door of the tabernacle. And on the 8th day, being the first day of the month in the 2nd year from Yasharel's departure from Mitzrayim, Moshe erected the sanctuary, and Moshe put up all the furniture of the tabernacle and all the furniture of the sanctuary. And he did all that Yahuwah had commanded him. And Moshe called to Aaron and his sons, and they brought the ascending smoke offering and the sin offering for themselves and the children of Yasharel, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. On that day, the 2 sons of Aaron, Nadav and Aviahu, took strange fire and brought it before Yahuwah, who had not commanded them. And a fire went forth from before Yahuwah and consumed them, and they died before Yahuwah on that day. And then on the day when Moshe had completed to erect the sanctuary, the princes of the children of Yasharel began to bring their offerings before Yahuwah for the dedication of the altar. And they brought up their offerings, each prince for 1 day, a prince each day for 12 days. And all the offerings which they brought, each man in his day: 1 silver charger weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for the oblation, 1 spoon weighing 10 shekels of gold, full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for an ascended smoke offering, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of a year old. Thus did the 12 princes of Yasharel day by day, each man in his day. And it was after this, in the 13th day of the month, that Moshe commanded the children of Yasharel to observe the Pesach, the Passover. And the children of Yasharel kept the Pesach in its season in the 14th day of the month, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe, so did the children of Yasharel. And in the 2nd month, on the 1st day thereof, Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Number the heads of all the males of the children of Yasharel from 20 years old and upward, you and your brother Aaron and the 12 princes of Yasharel. And Moses did so. And Aaron came with the 12 princes of Yasharel, and they numbered the children of Yasharel in the wilderness of Sinai. And the numbers of the children of Yasharel by the houses of their fathers from 20 years old and upward were 603,550. But the children of Levi were not numbered amongst their brethren, the children of Yasharel. And the number of all the males of the children of Yasharel from 1 month old and upward was 22,273. And the number of the children of Levi from 1 month old and above was 22,000. And Moshe placed the priests and the Leviim, each man to his service and to his burden, to serve the sanctuary of the tabernacle, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. And on the 20th day of the month, the cloud was taken away from the tabernacle of testimony. At that time, the children of Yasharel continued their journey from the wilderness of Sinai, and they took a journey of 3 days. And the cloud rested upon the wilderness of Paran. There the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yasharel, for they provoked Yahuwah and asking him for meat that they might eat. And Yahuwah hearkened to their voice and gave them meat which they ate for 1 month. But after this, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against them, and he smote them with a great slaughter, and they were buried there in that place. And the children of Yasharel called that place Kivrat Hat-Tava, Kivrat Hat-Ta'ava, because there they buried the people that lusted flesh. Forgive us, Yahuwah. Forgive our wicked hearts. And they departed from Kivrat Hat Ta'ava and pitched in Katsarat, which is in the wilderness of Paran. And while the children of Yasharel were in Katsarat, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Miriam on account of Moshe, and she became leprous, white as snow. And she was confined without the camp for 7 days until she had received again after her leprosy. And the children of Yasharel afterward departed from Katsarat and pitched in the end of the wilderness of Paran. At that time, Yahuwah spoke to Moshe to send 12 men from the children of Yasharel, one man to a tribe, to go and explore the land of Canaan. And Moshe sent the 12 men, and they came to the land of Canaan to search and examine it. And they explored the whole land from the wilderness of Sin to Rechob, as you come to Kamat. And at the end of 40 days they came to Moshe and Aaron, and they brought him word as it were in their hearts. And 10 of the men brought up an evil report to the children of Yasharel of the land which they had explored, saying, "It is better for us to return to Mizraim than to go into this land, a land that consumes its inhabitants." But Yahusha, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Yefuneh, who were of those that explored the land, said, "The land is exceedingly good. If Yahuwah delight in us, then he will bring us into this land to give it to us, for it is a land flowing with milk and honey." But the children of Yasharel would not hearken unto them. They hearkened unto the words of the 10 men that had brought up an evil report of the land. And Yahuwah heard the murmuring of the children of Yasharel, and he was angry and swore, saying, "Surely not one man of this wicked generation shall see the land from 20 years old and upward, excepting Caleb, the son of Yefuneh, and Yahusha, the son of Nun. But surely this wicked generation shall perish in this wilderness, and their children shall come into the land, and they shall possess it." So the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yasharel, and he made them wander in the wilderness for 40 years until the end of that wicked generation, because they did not follow Yahuwah. And the people dwelt in the wilderness of Paran a long time, and they afterward proceeded to the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Wow. We should just be quiet. We don't have anything good to say. Sometimes, because it was time to go and they messed it all up. Run their mouths. I read that one. The Gospel of Matthew. We're at 10. Hallelujah. And when Yahusha had called unto him his 12 Talmudim, he gave them power against unclean ruachot, to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. And the name of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Shimon, which is also called Kepha, and Andre, his brother, Yaakov, the son of Zavdi, and Yochanan, his brother, Philip, and Bartalmai, Taom, and Matityahu, the publican, Yaakov, the son of Shalaf, and Leviat, whose surname was Tadai, Shimon the Zealot, and Yahuda Ishkariot, who also betrayed Yahusha. And these 12 Yahusha sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the other nations, and into any city of the Shamaranim enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Yasharel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely give. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his food. And to whatever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into a house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return unto you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake the dust off of your feet. I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sedom and Amorah in that day of judgment than for that city. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the other nations. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye will speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Ruach of your Father which speaks in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endures to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee you into another. For I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Yasharel till the son of Adam is come. The Talmud is not above his rabbi, nor the servant above his Adonai. It is enough for the Talmud that he be as his rabbi, and the servant as his Adonai. If they have called the rabbi of the house Baal-zebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in the light, and what ye hear in the ear, that speak ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in Gehinnom. (942) Gehenna, the valley of Hinnom, figuratively the place of everlasting judgment. Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall upon the ground without your Father? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Whoever therefore shall confess me before men, him also will I confess before my Father which is heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that takes not his cross and follows after me is not worthy of me. He that finds his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life shall find it for my sake. Or he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. He that receives you receives me, and he that receives me, him that sent me. He that receives a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receives a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whosoever shall give drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a Talmud, I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. Yahuwah, add a blessing to the reading and the hearing of your word. Let us not only be hearers, but doers of your word. Order our steps in your word every day. Thank you for the straight path. Thank you for focus and concentration. Thank you for the light unto our feet and the lamp unto our path, for our sound mind, health, and strength, for the authority in your name to trample on the heads of the snakes and the scorpions that come against us. Thank you that you have not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. Thank you for your blood that reconciles us back to the Father, Yahusha. Hallowed be your mighty name. It is so. Shalom, shalom.